profit course. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what the first step should be, right? When you go ahead and get started building your course, building your business, I'm sorry. And listen, this is nowhere near as complex as you probably are expecting it to be. It's just not, and it's straight to the point. And that's my style of teaching. My style of teaching is giving you exactly what you need, nothing you don't, and letting you just launch from there, right? So the first thing you have to do, right, is you have to decide, right? The first thing you have to do is decide on a name, right? And you also have to build your system. So we're going to get into that right now, okay? So the first thing you need to do is decide on a name, right? Something that's marketable, something that is, that rolls off the tongue easy. Nothing crazy like I like to throw parties.com. I mean, you could, but it's going to be a lot of hard work because it's like putting a sign on a business, right? It's like your first point of marketing, right? Your first line of defense in getting yourself out there. So something simple, something that defines you, and it's okay to spend a night or two to go over it, but don't take too much time because you need to put something together, right? And then you need to get going. The second thing you have to do is you have to go ahead and get a domain. Now we've got that covered. What I suggest you do is go to clickfunnels.com, right? Clickfunnels.com has a 14-day free trial. It then will cost you $297 to get into. But by that 14-day period, which is, of course, guys, if you can count, which I'm sure you can, it's 2 weeks, right? So that 2 weeks time period, I assure you, you could be making way more than enough money to cover the cost of that product. It really pays for itself. And in ClickFunnels, I suggest you play the game, right? And you'll know. So select that tier of access at $297 because it will give you everything you need, including a free domain. Now, take the lesson in ClickFunnels just so you understand how to use it. And it's very simple. It'll take you no more than an evening. Grab yourself, a couple snacks and, just get right into it. My method was when I first started learning, and it took me 2 hours to learn how to use ClickFunnels because it's very, very simple and it's designed for the simplest of us. I got a 6-pack of beer and I just went into it, and I just started messing around. And I play that game because it's designed to show you how it works. And then from there, you're a ninja. Okay. So the next step after that, step number 3, right, is you go ahead and you set up your web page, right? You have to set your web page up. You need to, maybe get Photoshop and put yourself a nice little logo together, or maybe go on Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and maybe pay someone $5 to $10, maybe 15, maybe 20 to just design a logo for you, right? Just something simple. Now you also need to have your all your integrations set up. You have your email, your autoresponders, and your squeeze pages, which is already going to be integrated into your ClickFunnels webpage. As you develop it, you'll see that once you get right into it. And then the next thing you need to do is make sure that you have just your payment portal right, because you have to put together your ability to sell tickets. Now, I have 2 ways that I sell tickets, and this is something that we're going to cover again later, but right now it's something that's important to understand. Don't put so much emphasis on your ability to bill people directly through your payment portal through your website in ClickFunnels, but it's really important that you just know how we sell tickets. We sell tickets to events through Eventbrite.com, and the reason why is because Eventbrite is just a very, very reputable and secure way of making payments. Plus, it helps you market yourself a lot better as well. So far, these are the 3 most important steps. So it's 1, choosing a name. 2, making sure that you are set up in ClickFunnels, right? And 3, you need to make sure that you have your payment portal right? So, and you just make sure it's just active because you have to be able to accept payments some kind of way. And I suggest you utilize the Stripe integration, right? Because Stripe is easy as heck to get set up with. There's not a whole bunch of red tape in getting set up, and you're in business. Okay, you can not only take credit cards, but you can also do ACH, direct withdrawals from your clients' bank accounts, right? So you also are able to set up a members area, which is one way that I throw parties, is also by having people being members, and this is like residual income. So they can be members to my to my company. And whenever I throw out a party, they're in my mailing list, which is also stored directly into ClickFunnels database. And directly integrated with whatever email address you decide to use. But you can easily contact them and send them the invite to the next party, and and it's just super on point from that point. All right. So that concludes the first, the first things you got to get done. And I assure you, it's not difficult to do these things, right, guys? But you got to get it done. All right. So remember, business name and logo, right? Your identity, who you are. Then you have to make sure you set up your ClickFunnels, and then you have to make sure you activate and integrate your payment portal, right? Now, another thing too that we didn't cover just yet, which I think it's okay to squeeze it in here, is make sure you go ahead and get that domain name. You can find out its availability directly through registering a new domain option in your dashboard in ClickFunnels. So I would suggest that you go ahead and make sure you get that domain, get it set up, because you can activate it right there and then and keep publishing your page over and over again until you get it the right way. But you're going to mess around and you're going to get your stuff set up. Another thing you can do also, guys, is that you can write down all your ideas and everything you want done, and you can go directly to Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and you can hire someone to go ahead and just set all this stuff up for you, and you just have to figure it out. It won't cost you more than $100, and it will be the lowest, at the lowest, maybe $5 to $15 to get that started. That's just the lazy person's approach, but it's okay to be lazy, because I just call that delegating and scaling. It's okay if you're doing it right and you actually just do it, because one of the biggest problems that people have is that they don't take action, and they dream things up and they're addicted to dreaming, but they hate doing. So just do it. However you have to, just do it, okay? We'll see you in the next one, guys. Go ahead and move on to the next lesson. See you.